You on?
All right, we're going live finally. It's been 6 months, but
No, I need a.
North Raleigh Bourbon Club, Thursday, October 27, 2022. We're sitting outside Fire Pit. Got 2 killer bottles. Here's review number 1. Hope you guys
hope you guys like it.
Some cheese.
Is that what you want?
Yeah. You're gonna have some laminate. You got crackers. Bad dog.
All right, I'll start.
Do it.
So I said vanilla, brown sugar, and caramel, like the basic bourbon, notes. I scored the nose right off the bat, 85. I thought it was really good. Palate tasted nothing like it tasted.
Palate tasted nothing like it tasted?
Yeah, or smelled. You know what I meant.
No, I don't. That's why I asked.
It's been a long week. Got tons of leather, strong oak. It was like buttery to me. Someone I think said almond earlier, so that kind of stood in my mind. Thought it was really smooth. And then the finish, I wrote floral. I don't know.
Yeah.
I did get a lot of rye spice, and then the leather kind of crept up on me on the back end. I liked it. I think it's traditional, 100 proof, 6 year, $50. I scored it in 84.
Nice.
All right. We're very similar. I got a real big hint of wood off it right off the bat. Couldn't tell if it was oak or what. It was really woody.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, it gave it to me. A little bit of vanilla. But when I smelled it from a farther away, I smelled it was sweet like butterscotch. But when I got up on it, it was just
Up on that wood.
You get up on it, it got bigger too. The palate, I wrote pretty smooth, a little hint on the back end of a tingle.
Tingle that wood.
Maybe a little cinnamon.
You're killing this
I
one.
am. And then I put it's not a huge flavor profile, but I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked it. This is funny. I did traditional, 100 proof, 6 year, $50, just like you.
There you go.
And I scored it an 83 overall. I liked it. I drank it.
Yeah.
There you go.
No idea what it is.
Here we go with the bad scores.
All right.
Tastes like
Go ahead,
ass.
Beach.
I think the two of us are going to probably agree on a lot of this. So on the nose, I took several smells trying to give it a chance, and each time it smelled like paint. Paint. So like when you go to the paint shop and they got a paint can open, yep, paint. That's what it smelled like. My initial taste, I said, tastes like paint. It was
Eggshell or
no, man, sateen. Yeah, lead chip paint I ate as a kid.
That explains everything.
Yes, it does explain a lot. I got dropped on my head too. But then there was like no flavor, and then at the end, its only redeeming feature is I got red hots, I got caramel, I got leather. I didn't even said that, and then the burn hit. So I was like, all right. So it was a little bit older. So it was a little bit more heat. I would not buy it, and that's my score. I gave it a 65, but I can appreciate it. It's just not my style.
Okay.
Interesting. You throwing that score out?
Yeah.
My score will be thrown out. In
You're-
fact, you know what?
Burn it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Destroy everything.
Destroy everything.
So it kind of smelled like a bowl of like Frosted Flakes. Like, it was kind of boring. Palate was got a little bit of
knockoff Frosted.
yeah, all the brand. Vanilla, I got a little vanilla, and the finish, just really kind of plain, nothing at first, and then a little bit of a lingering burn at the end. Traditional 100, 4 year, $30, 65 score.
See, I'm not the only one.
You're not the only one. That's good. It's good.
Yep, mine's burnt.
All right, Reed, show us the way.
All right. Let's see. On the nose, I could get like a little bit of the alcohol, but then also a little earthy, if that makes sense. Also a little whatever. Just need to turn them up. Picked up, I guess. The palate, though, was so different from the smell. So I got more fruity. So I definitely tasted a little bit of the cherry. I all the common stuff with the vanilla. it's like, wow, this one actually is a lot sweeter than I thought. Finish. Should give me my writing. I think somebody said leather earlier. And then it had just a little subtle burn, on the end, but it was very clean. Because some kind of coat your mouth a little bit, it lasts with you, but this one just went straight down. So I had $50, 5 year. I had a lower proof for 80. So, and traditional, but I liked it, so I scored it at 88.
Nice.
So,
Score. That's a good score.
So So at the end of the day, I don't have anything good to say or anything bad. It was just kind of right in the middle. Maybe on the nose, I got a little bit of like almondish amaretto, a little bit on the nose. And I guess the taste on the palate, it was very similar. It didn't really have a finish to me, but the glass after I drank it smelled like a different kind of wood.
What kind of wood are you talking about?
But I think in the notes, what'd you say, like toasted oak or something?
Yep.
I could. There's something different in the barrel, so that's where I'm at on it. It's definitely a source product, hands down. I think it's $60, 6 years, 98 proof, and I gave it a 80. I kind of was swaying a little lower, but I didn't want to shortchange it because I didn't have anything bad to say.
Okay.
Very democratic.
On the nose, I got vanilla. And then once I finished it and smelled again, I got butterscotch, like a very heavy butterscotch smell. The palate, it was just bland for me. I didn't taste anything. Not until it finished where I tasted the abundance of leather. I thought it was traditional, probably 80 proof, 3 year. I said $20.
Wow. Kentucky gentleman.
Yep. And I scored it at 72.
All right.
So on the nose, it had like a sweet, but it was like a sweet kind of really light scent that I couldn't really quite identify. Somebody said floral. I think that fits nicely with it. My initial reaction was I felt like I smelled almonds on it. The smell seemed really interesting to me. So when I got to the taste, I was kind of surprised because I felt like there was a lot going on in the nose. There wasn't much going on in the palate. Mm-hmm. I did get a sense of like drinking unsweetened almond milk. Like that kind of reminded me of the taste a little bit. There's a really subtle burn at the end. Nothing hard. I think this would be a bourbon that's easy for people who aren't into bourbons to kind of start out with. Gateway bourbon. Because to me, like, this is a bourbon. Like, there's nothing offensive about this bourbon, but I kind of knocked it on my score because I also didn't think there's anything particularly interesting about this bourbon. I crossed out my scores a few times. I kept going down because I was like, you know what, like, it's not one I'm going to recommend to bourbon lovers, to be honest. Fair. So I gave it a 64.
I like that. Woo!
What'd you give it? A 64.
He gave it a lower score than I.
I burned
mine already.
Burn
yours,
These scores are all over.
No, don't burn it. Don't burn it.
You were at what, 88?
84.
Wow.
We
got a bunch in the 80s, one in the 70s,
right?
and 3 in the.
And he was getting wood in his face.
One left.
I did get the floral on the nose. I got a little bit of actually like light mint and maybe like a red licorice. Thought the palate kind of just soft all over it. Maybe a little sweet, but not a whole lot there. Finish, a really light burn, but nothing crazy. Just kind of. I just think it's an easy drinker. I mean, so like you say, like a gateway. I think it's an easy drinker. So I gave it an 80 just because of that. I mean, I think it's kind of right in the middle of everything. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. So, but I like to drink it. I give it. I think it's 90 proof. I think it's lighter, 6 years, $50, but I think it's a wheated bourbon.
Oh,
Nice.
Ooh.
Nice.
All right.
So I got a lot of vanilla and fruit on the nose. That apricot jumped out quick to me on the nose. On the palate, the oak kicked in. I got no fruit. It quickly transitioned to that leather oaky. I got that a lot. On the finish, it stayed the same. I got a lot of oak, charred oak on the finish. So I actually liked it. I gave it a 90. I think it's a good everyday just kind of drinker. So I liked it. I gave it a 90.
Okay.
Would you take it back?
All right. What is it?
The back.
All right. Bottle number 1.
Fearless.
No, nobody
Parker.
guessed. Anybody guess what it was?
No idea.
Parks.
No idea.
Blue Run.
Oh,
yeah.
is that the reflection?
Yep.
I've never had that.
So what's the proof? What's the?
I think it's 90.
So
proof.
it's a. They said it's a 4 to 6 year.
I had 4,
It's a 95 proof
92.
and traditional.
What's the price?
And
$100.
Where is it from?
It's expensive.
$100?
It's expensive.
$100.
Blue Run.
Yeah.
You know
Now
what?
they have multiple products. Right?
Yeah.
They have a high rye.
Which
Yeah.
one is that one? Is that the
This
reflection?
is
you said?
the reflection one.
Reflection one.
Yeah, Q's got to get at least 5 bottles.
No, I've never had it.
I have two.
No, it's
I
not.
have 2
You've
bottles.
got some of it, don't you?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's got it.
Yeah.
$100 a bottle. You got to have 5 of them.
The scores were all over
I'll
the
sell you
place.
my bottle.
I'm sure you.
Scores were all over the place.
Yeah.
Down from
I'm
90
talking
to 60.
Yeah.
Waters, my big
All right,
I don't
folks. Stay tuned
That's so
for bottle 2.
Now that I know it's
My
$100,
wife's
I'm
like,
sticking
when are we
with
gonna open that?